particular recipe whenever you buy a land or you buy a house, or if you have already have a house or you have an uncompleted building that you are finding very difficult to finish because of financial issue, because of one problem or the other, please do this particular recipe and you will come back with your testimony. Now, sometimes a lot of people has bought so many lands and there is some evil plantations in that land, or there is some evil manipulations in that land, and it makes them not to fulfill their wish by buying that land, or it makes them to be lacking money in order to develop that land. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you an amazing spiritual simple thing that you will do whenever you buy a land, or even if you have bought the land already but you are finding it difficult, or you are having financial issues in order to develop that land. Try this recipe and by God's grace you will surely get your desire. Stay tuned while I share with you. Welcome back again to my channel. Good morning to you, good afternoon and good evening. I'm greeting you all, depends on wherever you are watching me from and exactly when you see this video. If you are new in my channel, thank you very much for joining. If you are seeing me for the first time, my name is Promise. So in this channel I share about the spiritual tips and health tips, how to use natural things created by God Almighty for these uses. So if you find it helpful and it's something that you want to know more, please do subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell notification so you will always be notified whenever I upload a new video. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for coming back today. I love you all and stay blessed. So guys, like I said earlier, do this particular recipe that I'm about to share with you now whenever you buy a land, or if you have already bought a land, but since you buy that land or since you bought that land, you start having financial issues, you start having a lot of problems that made you not to be able to develop that land, or made you not to be able to build house in the land. Now, sometimes there is some evil everywhere. Some people will just sell land to somebody and they will plant an evil thing there for that person not to have money to develop that land, or for that person not to have money to do anything with the land. Sometimes it can be from your village people, sometimes it can be from the environment where you find yourself. So there is so many things that can cause this particular issue. But whatever that it is, by God's grace, with this recipe, you will surely break through. Now, this is what you need to do. Go and get a snail. You know snail, I'm going to show you in the screen. We used to call this snail eju or ejune. So when I share it in the screen, please, if you know what you are calling it, please make sure you just say it on the comment section to help others. Now, when you get this snail, right? Yes. Now you get a coconut. Just one piece of coconut that has enough water inside. When you now get it, now you get original honey. Now let me tell you why this thing will not work for you. If you are using a honey that is not original, believe you me, there is 80% chance, let me not just say 90, that it might not work for you. But I bet you, if you are using an original honey, you will surely see result of this thing I'm telling you. After doing this thing, from 1 month of doing this, you are going to start seeing a positive result. Now, this is the 3 items that you need. Take it to the place that the land is. Go to the center of that land or at the entrance of that land. These are the 2 places you can choose, either at the center or at the entrance of that land. Now, you stand barefoot. Let's assume you wear your shoe, your slippers and your everything and get there. Remove it and stand barefoot. Now, you are going to dig a hole in that particular place, a very deep hole. I'm not saying it should be more, but make sure that it's not something that maybe rain fall, it brings it out. That's what I'm trying to explain. So it should be a little bit deep. Now, when you now open the hole, all right, first of all, you are going to use that particular snail, the big one. If you can get the one that already has some eggs, it's very fine. Just get it. Now, first of all, put the snail inside that particular hole and say this: that snails, every snails live in the land has a house. You know that snails, I don't know how to say it. We used to say that ejune and above tanane. If you can interpret this in English, please do that. Yes, you know the snail comes from the ground, like it's come from the sand. All right, and every snail, whether if even if sand, if a snail give yet an egg now, once that egg opens, that particular small snail will have its own house in the ground. That's where you will stay and big and start producing more. All right, now you are going to say this, that from today henceforth, as you are putting this particular thing, as nothing stops snails in the ground from living in the ground, having their own houses. I don't know how to explain it, so maybe I will use Igbo. As ka ejule nọ n'ana nwee ụlọ ya, o nwere anything to stop ya, so shall nothing will stop you from building a house in this place. All right, now the snail is number one thing you put. Please follow the instruction. Put the one I asked you to put first. Now put the snail inside. Let me tell you, when you put that snail inside that land, it's not going to die. You have already given the snail a license. If you want to do practical of this thing I'm telling you, after doing that, or maybe not this, just dig a ground, get a very big snail, that maybe female snail, put it in the ground. All right, maybe after some week, go and dig the place. You may not even see that particular spot that you drop it. It must have, maybe you will see that he has already made a house for himself. Yes. Now, but that is by the way. Now when you put that snails, then get the coconut water. When you get the coconut, open it from one of the eyes, peel it from one of the eyes. If you are watching me, I've shared a lot of spiritual benefit of the coconut eyes. Now open it from the eyes, put it inside the same place you have dig, facing up the eyes, and said, as nobody knows how water enter into coconut, so shall how you are going to make money to build this house, to develop this house, be a mystery to anybody, even you. That God of the creator, the God Almighty, the God of heaven and earth, the God of the universe, the God of the four corners of earth, should provide money to make a way for you. As coconut brings water, as spiritually, like coconut, nothing knows how water enters into it. Let me use it that way. That how you are going to make this money, that God should provide it for you. And no man or woman, as nobody stops coconut from acquiring water, no man or woman under the earth will stop you from doing so. Now put the coconut inside the water. Like you are going to open it from the eyes, then dig it and face the eyes up. Don't pour the water, just put it like that. Now for the honey, you need to get enough quantity of honey. Enough quantity. This one is not, if you want 1 liter of honey, then if you want 2 liters of honey, now you are going to buy plenty honey from me. But if you have original honey in your closet, please get it, it's fine. But make sure you get enough honey. Begin to pour the honey inside that hole that you have digged. And you are saying this, as this honey is the sweetness, as this honey brings sweet, as when you pour this honey, a lot of good things, ants, animal, everything comes in order to taste the sweetness of this honey. As this honey is all about good, so shall everything about this land will get a good increase for you. That this land will bring sweetness in your life. This land will bring an increase in your life. This land will provide money that you will use to build that house. Then after you're done making the prayers, you pour all the honey inside. Make sure that the honey covers this coconut and the snail. Then after that, after you're done pouring it, leave it like 3 minutes for air. Let me not go far. Just leave it there like 3 to 2 minutes. Now cover it back and go home, and go back to your business, and go back to your working place, and go back to that thing that you are doing, and see how God will bless you, and that money that you use to develop that place will surely come to you. So do it, like I said, if you have an uncompleted building. Like I had some cases like that, like somebody started building a house and problem comes that you could not finish it. Go to that land and do this. And for example, you are not living in Nigeria, or you are not living in a place where that land is. You can send anybody to go and do this particular thing for you in that same land. Don't tell me, oh, can I do it in another land? That particular land that you bought, or that particular house that you have bought or you built and started having problem, go there and do it, and believe me, you will come back and tell me. Promise. Thank you for sharing this with me, and thank God Almighty for his excess blessing upon humanity. So I wish I share with you. Thank you for watching. I love you and stay blessed. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe and share, and see you in my next video. See your girl Promise saying bye.